So, I hate the old top 6 Game Boy Games video. I kinda said that already in the comments of that video. But, anyways, the Game Boy was one of the many classic Nintendo consoles. Being Nintendo's second ever handheld console, yes, I said second, can't forget about the Game & Watch, and it had many great games, so yeah. I'm gonna remake that old video with 4 more spots, my actual voice, and by sources, and not my own opinion. Thank you, Game Informer. So let's get started. Number 10, Gargoyle Quest. A spin-off of the Ghosts and Goblins franchise, Gargoyle's Quest released in 1990 and let the player have a gameplay experience we had never really done before in a video game. Play as the villain. In Gargoyle's Quest, you play an assortment of platforming levels and explore in a world between them, talking with NPCs and performing other tasks to unlock improved abilities. Gotta be honest, all of these games I never really played before. Getting to play as the bad guy was a surprising and good experience, but even beyond that, it's just a well-designed game. Number 9, Mario Picross. I don't like Picross. It feels like it's a very complicated way of drawing very simple pictures. Literally, you have to put squares in certain columns, and it goes, oh, don't put that there. Like, oh my god, can I just draw? Anyway, I had to remember that this is in other people's opinions. Picross has weirdly become an important staple of Nintendo's handheld systems, all the way up to the Switch, which currently has 6 unique Picross games available for it. Mario's Picross was our introduction to the enjoyable picture-building puzzle game. Yes, I got that right. And we enjoyed the more relaxed puzzle endeavor after spending so much time playing intense games. Number 8, Wario Land 3. Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, introduced the world to Wario, Mario's other arch-nemesis following Bowser. And it didn't take long for him to gain a following in his own games, including more games like the WarioWare and Game of Wario and stuff like that. Wario was a smelly anti-hero person. Wario was a greedy coin collector who would pick up enemies and throw them, leading to all kinds of new puzzles and game mechanics. This review was kind of short. Number 7, Donkey Kong. It's a port of the classic arcade game that introduced Mario.
But yeah, it wasn't until I realized when I looked back at the gameplay footage that it wasn't a complete port of Mario, or Donkey Kong, in that case, since it had more levels and all that stuff, so yeah.
Named Jumpman at the time, this review was very short. My script says paragraph, I do not know why. Number 6, Castlevania The Adventure. Man, I love that generic title of the game. Castlevania The Adventure was not a launch game for the Game Boy, but it was close. It made the case that the franchise you loved on the NES could work on the Game Boy, where Wario Land felt in many ways like a different game starring a familiar plumber. The Adventure effectively took a new canonical story within the Castlevania mythos that felt surprisingly close to the vampire hunting game we played on the NES. We're halfway through. We're on number 5. Number 5, Kirbys Dreamland. In this current time, Kirby and his creator, Super Mario Bros. Director Masahiro Sakurai, I hope I didn't mess that up, are big business for Nintendo. It was on Game Boy that we first spent time with Kirby. He wasn't even pink yet. And even though he wasn't stealing enemy abilities yet, it was clear Sakurai was onto something special by letting players essentially play as a floating balloon. Number 4, Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins. Super Mario Land was a Game Boy launch title and it was weird as heck. Mario fought aliens and Easter Island statue heads and could fire missiles from a submarine. At the time, it was exciting to see Mario on a new platform, but it just didn't feel like Mario. The sequel, 6 Golden Coins, has its fair share of weirdness. Jason Voorhees inspired enemies in a trip to the moon. But it felt and looked closer to Mario we were all familiar with. It also played better and featured an interesting overworld map that let you tackle worlds in whatever order you wanted. Plus, this game introduced Wario. Remember him from a couple spots ago? Whew, I just finished the second page of this Google Docs strip and only have 3 games left, so... Number 3, The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. There's a reason Link's Awakening has got the full remake treatment last year. It's a classic. Released after Link to the Past, players couldn't not believe Nintendo managed to squeeze a fully featured Zelda game onto the Game Boy, while also injecting it with a bizarre sense of humor and a dreamlike tone that made the experience all more special. I have a link in the description showing the development of this game. Number 2. Pokemon Red and Blue. Pokemon is one of the biggest franchises in the world, standing toe-to-toe with the likes of Star Wars and Marvel. And it's all started with Pokemon Red and Blue. They even made a live-action Detective Pikachu movie, and it was good. The animal collecting RPG, with its multiplayer, trading, and combat options, grabbed every child's attention, even mine, helping to push the success of the Game Boy even higher while establishing a series that eventually spawned sequels, spin-offs, TV shows, animated movie, live-action movies, remember what I said before, toys, and a whole lot more. To learn all about the Pokemon's meteoric rise, I'll have a link to the description. Here we are, number 1. Number 1, Tetris. This game is great. Tetris was a phenomenon when it released alongside the Game Boy in 1989. It was often bundled with the system, and much of the Game Boy's success can be attributed to its conclusion. So many other games in the franchise kept coming and coming, reaching the Google Play and App Store. Tetris was understood and enjoyed even by people who would not consider themselves fans of video games, and was the first game to show off why linking your Game Boy with other Game Boy could be so much fun. So yeah, those are the top 10 Game Boy games in other people's opinion. Hope you enjoyed, and the studio is closing for the day. Maybe come tomorrow, or maybe next week. Who knows? See you guys later.